It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Look at your clock, your watch, whatever your timepiece is, your iPhone, your Droid. It's a little after 2 here on Thursday in Southern California. KHTS AM 1220, my favorite radio station in the country, because we have great shows, great people, and today, AskBrien.com, BRIEN, AskBrien.com. So Brian Johnson, welcome back to Southern California, and welcome back to Santa Clarita on our little wintry day. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Have a happy new year. Have you?
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, I hope it's a happy, I'm saying happy and lucky New Year to everybody. I'm not saying happy and healthy. I'm saying, wouldn't you rather be lucky?
Oh, I think happiness includes being lucky.
Oh, okay. So today we have a very special show. This thing is going to move, so stay tuned. Put your seatbelt on if you're in your car driving, and if you're home, just sit back and relax. So what is the show about? Ask Brien. If you have a question, Brian Johnson has assembled some of the best experts on so many subjects, and it's not like a 30-second answer or a 1-minute answer. We'll go into depth into what your question is, but we get asked all the time, you and I, about the Chamber of Commerce. What is a Chamber of Commerce? I know, you may not know, but we're going to find out from the director, the executive director of the Santa Clarita Chamber of Commerce, Lois Baccio. Welcome back to KHTS. You're somebody I've known for a long, long time, and the city has to be blessed to have you in this role, so welcome on this wintry day. How are you?
Thanks very much, Coach. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, so the Santa Clarita Chamber of Commerce is one of the largest chamber of commerce in California, and so you've got a big responsibility. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to try to achieve this year.
Well, first of all, just a little tiny background. You stated the question, what is the Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah.
So I'll just give you an overview of that. We're, of course, a national, in fact, international organization. Our own chamber here in Santa Clarita is 93 years old right now, and we are a combination of all kinds of smaller chambers in our town that once existed, the Canyon Country Chamber, the Castaic Chamber, and more, coming together, amalgamated, just like our city has done in the last 30 years in cityhood. So we're very proud of our chamber. And you know, you often hear the expression, it's a Chamber of Commerce Day. What that means is the most beautiful and the best that we can have. And the chamber works hard to promote the Santa Clarita Valley and our environment externally and internally for the benefit of our businesses, both small and large, to make sure that economic development is on everyone's mind, to try and develop, help the city as it moves forward in creating new opportunities for new businesses here. We really think that Santa Clarita is an amazing place that has at its heart the best of what a city can offer a business coming in, because we not only give you great opportunities with your businesses, but in addition to that, we can give you a really great environment for your employees to live, work, and play. So we're very proud of that here in Santa Clarita. So what are the things we want to do going forward?
Yeah.
So, well, one of the things is improving our communication. So here I am today with you, Coach, and with Ask Brien, this new organization. Really excited to be here because many people think, what is the chamber? So we're trying to take little baby steps to improve that whole thing.
You know, it's amazing. I've been involved in the Chamber of Commerce. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, and I was very involved in the Conejo Valley Chamber of Commerce. Got to vice chairman. Never really wanted to be the chairman. Well, maybe that's not true, but I didn't get elected chairman. But the Chamber of Commerce for me, Lois, was my foundation for starting my company. I mean, I owe the Chamber so much, and I hope on the Ask Brien, that's what you're listening to, the Ask Brien, B-R-I-E-N, the Ask Brien show. Hopefully you'll come back many times. Keep us updated as what's going on in the community. But it is a wonderful place for people to network, to get to know each other, and what I see about Santa Clarita, to me, it's the most friendliest city I've ever been involved in. I've been all over this country, trust me, and this is a friendly place to live and to work, as you said, so congratulations. Do you have an event coming up that you want to talk about? in the next 2 or 3 months?
We have our installation of the new chamber board coming up at the end of January.
Is that the rubber chicken dinner?
I think it's going to be far superior to that.
Okay.
At the TPC, the Tournament Players
Okay.
Club in Valencia. We're excited about that dinner. And where we bring on, thank our outgoing board and chairman, who's Curtis Woods of Dignity Eternal Valley. He likes to say your friendly neighborhood mortician. And welcome in our new board, which is chaired by John Musella of the Musella Group, who's a gifted person doing public relations also for the purpose of strengthening business in Santa Clarita.
Now, you're on the show called Ask Brien, BRIEN, AskBrien.com. Do you have a question of Mr. Brian Johnson? What would you like to ask him? One question. Anything, could be anything.
Okay, well, let's get started by just finding out who you are and what your business is.
Great, yeah. And you need to join the chamber there, Mr. Brian
Well,
Johnson.
actually, I did have a quick question for you. Now, I am not a resident of the Santa Clarita. My company's headquartered in Los Angeles. So, as a Los Angeles corporation, am I allowed to participate in the Santa Clarita Valley?
Absolutely. You're doing business here. You absolutely can be part of our family, and we would love that.
Well, actually, I could be part of 2 or 3 then, because I have Los Angeles, I'm part of Century City, and I could be here, so I could have 3.
You could.
Would that give me extra benefits by having 3?
Well, each of us offers something a little bit different by way of directories and other access to members. Our membership is right around 1,200. We think it's going to grow this coming year, but I'm sure that Century City and Los Angeles have quite an enormous number in their chambers.
And that directory, I'm not kidding you, I mean, it's an asset to me. I have it on the top of my desk. I use it all the time. It's really well done and put together. So,
Great.
And are you putting the directory together now?
We're working on it right now. We're changing the timeline on it a little bit from past years and going to a end of spring, early summer
So
release.
I want to advertise my business coaching on that. So I'll come see you. Where are you
Absolutely.
located now?
We're located in Suite 265 at City Hall. We just moved in.
City Hall.
Yes.
That's a nice place. If you've never been to City Hall in Santa Clarita, really nicely done.
Is that directory an online directory or print?
It's both. The booklet is a lovely keep on your desk booklet, and that's a great tool for people like realtors, businesses who reach out to people coming to our community, and it's a free opportunity for them to give to their businesses for outreach. But in addition to that, it's of course online and it's access to anybody.
Would I have missed the deadline then to participate if I wanted to for 2017?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
I get a commission if you join, so let's hurry up and get you to join.
We're in the
Well, I
process.
don't know if I have any money with me. I'll have to see.
And our membership
Very affordable. You'd be surprised.
yeah.
Extremely affordable.
Its basic membership is $360 a year, and that gives you all kinds of access to chamber activities, but in addition, you are automatically listed in our directory, and I figure that's about just a little bit less than $1 a day is probably pretty good price for
Lois,
just being
Brian makes that in a half an hour.
I'm sure he
makes
does.
the 360 in a half an hour.
Well, I'm going to give you the directory listing and information right now, so that because you did ask me the question what Ask Brien is, and this information can go directly right into the directory. So what it is Ask Brien is where you can ask a business question, any type of business question, and get a business answer. We answer those questions typically within 24 hours. We have experts that are answering those type of questions. We're only a business question and answer site. That's what we're there for. Now, the reason why this was created was we have people that, hey, listen, I have a question and I don't know the answer. I can call up my friend, but do I really want to tell Coach what's really going on in my life? That's kind of personal. So he's my friend. I want to keep it that way. So I don't want to call Coach. I could call up an actual business coach, and of course, this is the best business coach, so I've got 2 here coming, but I could call up a business coach, and if I call the business coach, he's going to tell me $500 an hour. I only charge $360, so I can't afford that.
No, you're
So-
$360 for half. Yes, I'm $500, but you're $360
Yeah,
for
so
half an
there's
hour.
no way I could afford you. You're
Our
out of my
very
league.
special guest, and she'll be back many times, Lois Baccio. So your exact title, so I get it right, is the Executive Director.
It's actually that snootier one, CEO.
Oh, a little snooty. CEO, the Santa Clarita Chamber of Commerce. So if you're listening to the show on KHTS AM 1220, incidentally, cheap plug, we have the best radio app, Brian Johnson, on AskBrien.com, in the country. I'm not exaggerating. In the country, the best radio app. And we have great radio shows you can hear throughout the day. But if you're listening, driving through Santa Clarita, and you haven't joined the chamber yet, lovely people, nice people, and that directory is worth the 360. Seriously, not to patronize you, but it's really a great directory.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If you have an application, I'll take it right now because I'm going to sign up for AskBrien.com.
I usually carry them in my purse.
I'll go
I'm
get, you know what,
unprepared today.
next week,
I'll send it to you.
we're on every Thursday. AskBrien.com is on, that's BRIEN, Lois.
I know.
Yeah.
You're good at telling us that. I got it.
Every
It's an unusual
Thursday.
name.
Get better. You got a little sniffle, cold.
Little bit.
And I'll have you on my show, Job Talk 1 here in a couple weeks, have you back when you're feeling better.
Awesome.
And you know my daughter loves you, so
Thank you.
God bless you. I know you'll do a great job for the Chamber. I'm going to support you every way that I can.
Thank you very much.
You
I so
betcha.
much appreciate it.
All right, the
Thank you very much
station
for
is
coming on.
KHTS 1220. Lock it in. Push the button. No, is it a button? We have the fabulous Lindsay McCoy here. You can say hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
And she have a great voice. One of these days, I'm going to get her just to chime in and talk, but she's learning radio, just like I'm learning radio after 20 years. You know, it's a learning process. Aaron's producing our show. He's a wonderful young man. Goes to school at College of the Canyons. And no, you're not? You graduated? What'd you do? Did you graduate?
CSUN.
Oh, CSUN. That's right.
My alma mater. Way to go.
Me too,
Way to go,
girl.
Matadors.
Matador.
Me too,
Matadors.
girl. I can't tell you how I'm older than you are.
It had a different name then?
Yeah, Valley.
Yeah, me too.
Valley State. All right, Brian, I'm curious about something. So I got to give the credit to USA Today. So they ran this article the other day that says, who calls the financial shot? So all you ladies can chime in on this. So let me just see how smart you are, Brian. On clothing, who do you think, male or female, calls the shots?
Well, for clothing, I probably, fashion is kind of a woman thing. So, yeah, I would think fashion.
Okay, that's 1 for 1. Good job. So 73%, that's really good, Brian. 73% of women call the shot on clothing. Let's go to groceries. What percentage, don't guess, what percentage does groceries between the male and the female? What percentage?
Well, I tend to think that probably would be maybe 2/3, 1/3.
Of which sex?
2/3 female.
Oh my God, you're 2 for 2. I'm telling you, this guy is so smart. AskBrien.com. I'm going to try to trick you on this one. So he's right. 70% of women pick the groceries. All right. In my house, it's 100%.
I wish it was that way in my
When
house.
my wife sends me to the store, she has to write notes. And anyway, all right. Here. I'm going to stump you on this one. You ready? This, I think I'm going to get you here. Holiday shopping. Holiday shopping. What percentage of women versus men do the holiday shopping? That too easy? The girls are saying that's too easy.
No, I probably would say maybe 60-40 there.
68-30. 68% of the females. It looks like females are doing it. All right. I'm going to stump you on this one. Entertainment. What percentage of people pick the entertainment?
What kind of entertainment are we talking about?
I'll be nice to you. General entertainment. So like plays, movies. I'm not going to say sports because I know the answer to the sports.
Well, sports would definitely be men. I probably would say a 50-50 on that.
Guess what? You are absolutely wrong. Entertainment is 46% picked by females. I stumped you. Well, you were close.
50% is close enough.
Okay, how about dining out? How about who picks dining out? Men or women? Dining out. We're going to dinner tonight. Who picks?
I'm going to give it to the 50-50.
Lindsay, what do you say? Lindsay McCoy?
I would have to go with men on that one.
You're absolutely wrong, Lindsay McCoy. Once again, Brian Johnson. The app's called AskBrien.com. So far, he's about like 5 or... Okay, this one I think he's going to make a mistake on. Electronics, appliances.
Has to be
electronics, huh?
Has to be men. Electronics.
Okay, I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to rethink that, Brian Johnson. The show is called Ask Brien, BRIEN, AskBrien.com. You think men are picking electronics and appliances? Really?
Electronics, not appliances.
I'm putting it in one category, electronics.
Well,
and
see, that's kind of, you're trying to stump me now.
Yeah, I am trying to stump you. I'm trying to see how smart
I definitely
or dumb
feel
you
for
are.
electronics, it's men, but for appliances, it's the woman. The woman's deciding.
43% of women pick electronics and appliances. 43%.
Well, that's probably because it's geared towards the appliances. They're picking the dishwasher, the washing machine.
So here's what I don't get, AskBrien. It says 43% women, 8% men. Who's the other percentage? Anybody jump in on this? Aaron, Lindsay McCoy, anybody?
Well, you know, Ron, electronics doesn't shock me that women are majority, and because when I was in my house with my ex-boyfriend, I was doing everything from rewiring the TVs to
Really?
stereo systems, everything. You name it, changing light bulbs, doing the Wi-Fi, the internet, everything.
I know. I think we're going to have a tech guy coming on here in a few minutes, so I'm curious.
Well,
But in my family, my wife does all the electronics too. Isn't that something? All right, last question, then we'll take a little break. Vacations. Who picks the vacations, the man or the woman?
Women.
Lindsay McCoy?
I would say that's a 50-50.
Women, 41%. But then it says 12% male. So where's the
the
other
rest?
percentage?
Maybe it's kids.
Yeah, it could be kids. In my family, it's probably my grandkids. All right, the show is AskBrien, B-R-I-E-N. Don't forget, it's January. If you're going to join the Chamber of Commerce, this is the time to do it. Mention the coach. You'll get absolutely nothing for mentioning my name, but you're going to meet some nice people. They're over at the City Hall building. You know where that is, on Valencia Boulevard. And the Chamber of Commerce is in Suite 265. Go over and say hi to Lois. You're gonna love her when you meet her. Lois Baccio. We'll be right back on the show we call AskBrien, BRIEN.com.